are doing a short series just on different warm-ups and things that we do, and today we are talking about vocal warm-ups!
Which is important, obviously, for singers, but I have learned, working with Sarah over the years, she has a large catalog of very interesting vocal warm-ups.
Interesting is a good word, yeah.
Yeah, they look like...
Why do vocal warm-ups? Is a great question, and sometimes people think you just jump into it, but it's really important if you're going into a show that you are your mind's in the right place, and it helps you prepare and get to that, as well as just helping warm up things and the muscles that you're going to use to help support your voice and all the pieces that go into it. Helps you articulate, helps you, especially if you're speaking, make sure that you can say the words and you're not stumbling over them. If you are suffering from a cold or have allergies, it helps you just be able to work around that, those pieces of it.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, if you're going to run a race on a cold day, you not only want to warm up and stretch your muscles, which we've talked about stretching before, you want to get your head in the game, and I like that aspect of it. There have been shows where I haven't had time to warm up, and I think it makes a difference. Like, then the first song, the first part of the performance becomes your warm up, and you could have done better.
Yeah.
So,
and I think it just makes me feel more confident if I've warmed up. I can feel it in my voice. I can feel it in the performance that I'm more settled in the words. I have a better sense of them. And sometimes when I'm just talking throughout the day, I haven't warmed up or really focused, I'll just stumble over words or I slur things together. Like, I'm really lazy in my talking, and you can't do that in a performance. You have to be precise and particular in how you're going about it. So
great. So I'll show you some singing ones that you can do anywhere. You don't need a piano. That's why I like these. And they're also my testers. I'll tell you that in a minute. So the first one is Ragdoll, where you just bend over and dangle. And I think we're off camera now.
And then you come up slowly, and I'm going to look like...
she's gonna
Look like Cousin It. So we've done stretches kind of similar to that, which is just a really nice, quick way to...
feels good.
Really good.
And you can do it in a chair.
You can do it in a chair. You can do it standing up. As a singer, that's important. You want to stretch your lower back. You want to stretch your neck and shoulders and just feel really relaxed and loose so those muscles are ready to go. And then the other one, just called a siren. And you sound like a siren. So this is what I call my tester one. If I ever feel like, so I suffer from acid reflux, which a lot of singers do. If I can feel my chords getting a little rough, this is my test one. So you go, ooh. If I pop in between my middle and head voice, then I know, ooh, there's some rough edges on the chords. And it just kind of helps me gauge how I want to warm up from there, if I need to cancel the audition, which that always makes me sad. But that's a good one. And you go, oh! If you start from the top to the bottom, bottom to top, oh! And then do roller coaster, oh! That's really fun.
Nice.
Feels silly, but it's a great test of the voice, just to see, is your full range available? And if you have gunk, you can kind of work through it, and you'll feel the difference between gunk on your chords or if the chords are actually a little swollen.
Nice.
So there's my tricks.
Yeah. And I think warm-up exercises are exactly that. It's just checking in with your body, what's happening today. And the more you do it, the more you're sensitive to know, okay, today my allergies are acting up, and so my voice sounds this way, or these things happen. So things that I do, I like to be really movement-oriented in my vocal things, so I often will walk around and then start humming as I'm doing it. I like to stretch my face out and just warm it up and do that. I like to massage the jaw a little bit and do that, and just warm that up. This is something that's kind of a fun tester too, is just to take your pointer fingers and put it on the top of part of your chin, and then your thumbs on the bottom, and just shake. So just going up and down, not side to side. And you can feel how much it tight, like if it grabs, then it's really, really tense. So it's something just fun to play with and feel how
Yeah.
much your jaw is loose or not loose. So it's just a fun kind of thing to do. Fun things, right? So the other thing, similar to Laura doing the test and range, one of the things I like to visualize or imagine the Matchbox cars that maybe you played with as a kid. And so if I have a group of people and I'm leading a warm-up, so get your little Matchbox car, and then I'll say you're going to race around the room with that person, and you're going to race with your car and blow through your lips making car noises and sounds. So not actually words, but just making silly sounds. So that it's really playful too. Just like kids play with sound, you're playing with sound and just blowing through your lips. When you're doing stuff like that.
It's a much better way to do lip trills than just standing there and
But
vocalizing.
yeah. So then I like to say at the end, you can face your partner and you can go up and down the elevator and the car garage with your car and just test your range that way, and then you park it. So that's one kind of silly way, but fun just to make it interesting, especially with a group
Yeah.
as you're going through it. Tongue twisters are always great.
Ooh.
So those are ones that I definitely will use as I'm going through. And
Do you have any fun ones you want to share?
the big black bug bled blue blood. That's a hard one for me.
Yeah, I'm not going to try that, but.
So there's a couple that we'll keep coming back to, but those are fun to try
great.
and do. So there's lots of resources out there, but I think it's really important that you do something, and the more you do, the more sensitive you become to your own voice.
And find what works for you.
Yeah.
Like, we have very different ones, but we know what we need. We know, you kind of find what works with your body.
And what works for the show you're doing. Because
Yeah,
she sings
sure.
opera, she needs different warm-ups than I need when I'm performing. So you gotta figure that out as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks!
Bye.
Don't forget that you can find us on our website at amike.org, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. There's lots of ways to keep up with what we're doing, and we would love to hear from you as well. So thanks.
Bye.
Bye.